So, welcome back to another episode of Crossing the Animal.
One of the topics that I came across is Puffy Amiyumi. Do you remember that?
Hi, Puffy Yummy.
Yeah.
I never watched it, but I know the theme because it was on TV everywhere.
It was on Cartoon Network.
Yes.
They introduced themselves as Puffy, and there was already another Puffy, and his name is Sean Combs, and he has like 5 different names: Puff Daddy, P Diddy, Puffy,
P
Diddy. The least you can do is just give them Puffy. Are you fucking serious? You have 5 names to yourself and you won't give them Puffy.
And it's not like they just said Puffy.
It's Puffy Amiyumi now, but they wanted to call themselves Puffy.
Puffy the Vampire
Yeah,
Slayer.
but then the lawsuit came in and they're like, you can't call yourselves Puffy. There's already a Puffy. And
it's
in
called
fact,
Puff Daddy.
I think I know he was a pretty big deal back then with the older
Not
music.
enough anymore.
I was gonna say, like, this would pretty
Consider
much,
this an honor.
Yeah, exactly. Like, people are gonna be looking it up and finding Puffy, and then you, like, they're doing you a favor here. Like, they were really big.
Not everybody has the same level of foresight as we do, Michael. Some people are just too stupid.
Fuck, let's name ourselves Puffy.
What up, Puff Daddy? Puff Daddy, Michael.
But yeah, that's something I didn't get.
What the fuck are you doing here, Ace?
First of all, Puffy's a word.
How are Puffy girls?
Yeah, no. No, it's just Puffy means puffy. It's like something that's with poof.
That's poofy.
With more
not
poof
puffy.
to it. No, I'd lump those two in the same category, I think. But you can't lay claim to a word that already fucking exists in the fucking dictionary.
Even trademark the color blue.
And just like, really?
That's a song, but
oh,
yes.
Okay.
You can trademark the color blue if you're rich enough and try hard enough. Oh my god, the controls are so bad. Separate. No. Okay.
I think it needs to be, I guess, a little smaller, right?
Yep. Nope, this is enthralling, Michael. This is what the people want to see.
This is your hell now.
Please. Yes, perfect. Hashtag bless. Oh my god, it's over. Oh, now I just have to leave him there till tomorrow, and he'll leave me a present. Thank Christ. Okay, so Puff Daddy, we were done talking about him.
Yeah. How he could just spare one of the 5 names he has.
Yeah, of all his names, children can't have Puffy for a cartoon.
And that they'd be doing him a service by calling themselves Puffy. Because I don't know.
What it showed.
Then there's this guy called Putumaipithan?
Putumaipithan?
Yeah. Pudumaipithan. Yeah.
Jesus.
There's nothing more to that. I thought there was. But
Okay,
there's nothing more to that.
what about him?
He wrote societal satires. And his works were intensely criticized by other contemporary writers because he wrote about prostitutes in India. Like, it's not like that thing didn't happen in India, but no one wanted to write about it because it would defile, like, the image of Indian society or whatever. But on the other hand, people are writing about social injustices and the caste system and stuff like that. So why the fuck can't, prostitutes be a part of that category of, like, let's say impurities?
Yeah. That's gonna be a hard sell.
So like he was all about writing things that people didn't want to write about because it was just taboo.
So he went for pure shock factor.
Yes, and then he also said this in regards to his haters. He was the first person to be like, well, that's like your opinion, man. He was the first person. Yeah, so this is what he said, word for word. Just like God is not bound by theologians, my creations are not bound by your conventional standards. I am not responsible for that, and neither are my creations. I would like to point it out. It is your standards you are using to judge my creations. I'm like, boy, you could like simplify that. That's like trying too hard to be smart.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's really going to be difficult to explain to people.
Like people back then could get away with things like that, saying things like that.
Nowadays, we'd be like, all right, you show off, calm down. You went to college.
I just want to say that simplification makes for more impact. Yeah, like it just makes me cringe because it sounds like something I would write in high school.
Yeah, but just think, back then, being able to write at our current high school level was an ultimate flex.
Yeah, and that makes me think like kids nowadays, they're more intelligent. Like we were talking about the night before, they're more intelligent, but they're less wise.
They're just so stupid to be so smart.
Like my 3-year-old sister, when she was she's not 3 now, but when she was 3, like she could already work an iPad better than I could. I'm like, damn.
She's like, no, Uncle Michael, you do this.
I feel old, and she's doing it at the speed of light. And I thought I was good with like, you used to be able to say, I know how to work Windows operating system and get a job because of it.
Nowadays, it's like, I can run your entire office on an iPad by myself. Why are you paying 4 people?
Yeah. And then, by the way, you should never put sandwich artist under your occupations, like one of the jobs that you worked before.
No, that you either sound like a fucking drug addict or you sound like you want to become a drug addict.
Yeah, that's what I did, and I still got the job.
Were you applying to Subway?
He said, no, I was applying to CVS, and then I still use the same... Who's that? Is it a fox?
It's a cat, damn it! Hey!
Wow, you got it again. Well, it's just a matter of finding it, but like you found it really quick.
Y'all can't see me headbanging over here, but fuck outta here.
Never use Uber inside of the city. I guess a lot of people do, but last time I went with my buddy, we were at an anime convention. And we wanted to have Italian, some good old Italian, which apparently Frank Sinatra stepped foot in, and then I guess just stepped right back out. I don't know if he ate there or not, because they showed a picture of him like just standing at the front and like smiling with the owner or some shit like that. But it doesn't show him at a table eating like, oh, this is some good ass food, and like, you know, shoveling food in his mouth or anything. So
no, he's over there with a tear in his eye, like, I gotta do it for the peeps.
Yeah, it's like, yeah. So we ate there, and we ordered an Uber to get there, and then when we walked in, there was like there was a Jamaican guy who was playing anti-establishment reggae music in the background, right? And then he was just talking about like all kinds of shit and saying like, oh, you know, Asians don't tip, they're always so cheap. You're not gonna do that to me, are you? And he turns and looks at us while still driving, and then maintains eye contact with us. His eyes did not leave. Like, he took his eyes off of the fucking road and looked at us when he said that. I was like, I will tip you, please.
If we don't die.
Yeah. You ain't gonna do that to me, right?
Maintains eye contact to establish superiority.
Oh, it was one of the most uncomfortable rides that I've ever been on.
I was uncomfortable just a year new hearing about it. Anchovy the bird. Anchovy. Aspetta, boy. Did I pronounce that correct? I thought he called me chump, not chirp. Chirp? That sounded oddly Trumpish.
I wish we could change what they say at the end.
There's one little blue cat that says by the by, and for no reason that just pisses me off to no end.
What does that even mean?
By the way.
By the by.
By the by. It just sounds wrong.
It
I know it's
does.
not grammatically incorrect, but I don't like it.
Oh, just like that stupid shit. The double negatives. I didn't know nothing.
I don't know nothing
I don't
about
know
no
nothing.
ghosts. It's like a
I'm like,
quintuple.
oh, what? Did you
I'm
just
looking
say?
at you like, were you dropped on your head? Or do you think that's a complete sentence?
I hate double negatives, and I think it's only a Southern thing. Like, only Southern people do that type of shit.
I ain't got no.
Good timing on that.
Bias.
Bias. Is there a sea dragon in this one?
No.
Oh, fuck. I keep thinking of the new ones.
Yes, you do. No!
See, I knew it.
It's just because it's winter.
So speaking of, like, we were at the anime convention. After we finished up with, what's it called?
Senior Reggae.
Yes, and the Italian restaurant that Frank Sinatra only stepped inside of. We went back to the convention. It was like any other typical convention, where we just, I would, instead of just explaining what an anime convention is about, I'll just explain what one of the weirdest I'll explain one of the weirdest experiences that I've had with the anime convention. And that's the rooming situation. So we were all poor at the time. We were still in like high school and just using our scrounging up our life savings to go to this convention, pretty much. And when it came time to go back to the room and sleep, so I opted to sleep. It was a room full of 10 people.
Ew.
Yeah, 10 people. Like, I had no choice. I couldn't afford, staying anywhere else because I was a high schooler, so I couldn't afford it. So we had 10 people in that room, and pretty much all the space on the floor, between the beds, on the sides of the beds, and then like on the beds, every
square inch,
every surface, every conceivable surface was taken up. And so I opted to sleep. We ordered an extra comforter, and I slept in the bathtub after it dried up.
What did they say when they brought the extra comforter to 10 kids in one room?
They didn't know. I mean, what could they say?
This is a 3-person occupancy. It's a fire hazard. Get the fuck out.
Nah, the room services, they're not like that.
But they could have gone and told them if that was there. Neither here nor there. It didn't happen.
Yeah, well, everyone came in at different times. So, like, when they dropped off the room services, they're not like that.
But they could have gone and told them if that was there. Neither here nor there. It didn't happen.
Yeah, well, everyone came in at different times. So, like, when they dropped off the comforters, like, there wasn't a total of 10 people in there.
Oh, I see.
So, and then people are always going in and out of hotel rooms anyway. Like I was.
I know you were, baby.
Yeah.
Your romantic sensibilities didn't stop you then.
It didn't stop me from making out with girls and stuff.
Now you're just bragging.
But that was in high school. I've changed very much since then. Well, anyway, I took the bathtub, right, and then I hung up my there's a closet where I hung up my cosplay, and I took the comforter, laid it out. I waited till the bathtub dried a little, and then I just laid it out, and I just went to sleep inside of the bathtub. And then someone was in the bathroom with me, sleeping on the floor, standing up with his arms across his chest. like X formation, like a vampire,
Straight up vampire,
like a fucking vampire.
Dude, no. Get
I
the
was like,
hell
that
out.
is the weirdest shit I have ever seen. And he was legitimately sleeping. I heard him like snoring or whatever. It could have been a joke or whatever, but it seemed pretty real to me at the time. My Taco Bell experience, where I was in line and I had my window cracked down, and then this girl was just laughing her ass off at the drive-thru. And I rolled down my window even further just to get in on this conversation. And then this guy was just saying, "Madam, may I interest you in our finest pineapple slush?" And he was like, "If you pull your carriage around the drive-thru, I may offer you our finest glass of pineapple slush."
Ugh.
And he said carriage and everything. I was like, what is going on here? And then when it got to my order, like he was like, "Welcome to Walkabout."
Welcome to Wakaba Bell.
Welcome to Taco Bell. How can I take your order? I was like, what can I get what she was having? Like,
Yeah.
Can I get that conversation? And then when I pull up to the drive-thru, it was a normal order, right? And I pull up to the drive-thru.
What is a croton?
A crouton? Croton? I'm not too sure.
I'll take it. I have no clue what this is. We'll go find out. Anyway,
Yeah,
they didn't give you the same priority treatment as they did Miss Strawberry or Miss Pineapple.
Miss
Slush.
Pineapple. Yeah, Miss Pineapple. She so
Pineapple.
I went to the window and I paid for my food, and then like there was the cooks in the back were like, "On 3, we do welcome to Moe's." And then
1, 2,
3, welcome to Moe's. And then you hear like someone laughing their ass off.
Just cackling.
Yeah, like so. Apparently, I just missed the guy who was doing,
Yeah.
who was prompting the other guy to the person who was taking the order.
Beautiful.
I wish I was part of that.
I wish I was part of that.
Like, not a lot of weird things happen to me. Just a lot of weird things happen around me. What's a croton?
I don't know. We're gonna go find out. That we'll have to end the episode with the croton bomb.
What?
It's a wrestling thing.
Oh,
Swanton bomb, croton bomb.
okay. That concludes another installment of what was it? Crossing Animals.
Yeah, crossing of the animals.
Yeah.
Crossing animals.
Please like, subscribe, ring that bell, notification bell, follow. Please send us some topics because we are running out of things to talk about.
We are really grasping at straws here. We need all the help we can get.
And yes, I know that's a lot of buttons to press,
And a lot of fingers that you must put on your keys.
but I know you can do it.
And be sure.
When you're fingering those buttons and pushing
the keys.
The keys.
And fingering the buttons.
and fingering the buttons
You finger yourself a little bit while you're at it.
because you deserve it.
Yes, you do.
Top! Jeff Hardy could be on the verge of regaining the United States Championship.
From the top turnbuckle, Swanton
He hits him!